Morning YouTube, so you join me again on a nice wet, cold, damp January. Really chose the best time to start a YouTube video, didn't I? So we're down at my car today and we're going to be jump starting this today. Take my car off the road for winter, but with that you have problems, brakes seize, batteries die, all the rest of it. I'm quite confused on this one though. Just very quickly, I wasn't going to record this because I thought it's just jump starting a car, but I thought I'd give you guys a chance to see them again for yourself, and also I just thought it'd be a bit of content, so might edit it, might upload it, might not. The battery itself is pretty much brand new. That is, I'd say that was like 4 months old. Done maybe 200 miles with the battery on, and then I parked it up and I disconnected it because I figured if I disconnected it, it wouldn't be used draining any charge and it'd be fine. But then I've come to start the car and yeah, it's dead. So just connected the battery back up now. I've got my mum's little trusty Stallion there, the Rover 25, and we're going to be jumping it off of that. So yeah, let's get in and see if we can get started. I did try jumping this before, and whether it was just the fact that the battery terminal wasn't connected properly or what, I don't know, but it did sound like a drained battery because I just had relays flicking everywhere. We're going to try and get it started now. I'm not hopeful, but you never know. So clutch in. Yeah, nothing there from that, just the relays going crazy, and yeah, the dials didn't like that. So we're going to throw the jump leads on now, turn the Rover on, get some charging her, and try again. Right, so both leads are connected to the battery now, so we're going to go over, crank the old girl up, and yeah, just try and get a bit of juice into her, and hopefully it doesn't take too much to get her started. So down in here, wrong key. I mean, it's always the way, you end up losing the key. Whenever I end up doing anything with two cars, I always end up losing one of the keys. So start her up. That classic K series Rover engine start-up noise. So that should be pumping a bit of charge into her. I'll see if we've got any spark on here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of spark on there, which is good. These like terminals in the battery, they're not the best for putting jump leads on. I don't know why. It's like the shape of them, or like all the individual bolts and the bits of plastic on them, like you can't just wrap them straight onto the terminal. So like trying to get a grip on these things is actually really challenging most of the time, as well. On the Rover, as you can see, it's just got direct connection. So yeah, we're gonna give that a little bit of a rev now. So while that is charging up, I'm just going to quickly take you on the car and just tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to do a full in-depth video on the car, the backstory, all the rest of it. But this is my 2005 plate Renault Megane Mark II Cabriolet Coupe, whatever you want to call it. It is the obviously hardtop with the glass panoramic roof, which I really like. I'm not really a fan of cloth roofs, so I'm glad they did that. As I mentioned at the start of the video, it has got a custom 225 sort of rear bumper on it with a custom 225 dual exit exhaust tip. I will try and get you a shot of the exhaust. You probably can't see it very well on video, but it is it's a really nicely put together exhaust system. This is, to be fair, it's done really well. Obviously got the private plate on there as well. That was originally to be altered to make a H. Push the one back, shave the X down, all that, but it's not worth the police attention of a trouble, so kept it how it is. Does me fine. It is the 2-litre petrol turbo model with the 6-speed manual gearbox. I did have one of these before in a 5-speed. That was a 1.6 VVTi in a 5-speed manual, and that was absolutely shocking. Right, so we're going to jump in now and try and see if we get a start up. No, we're still getting crazy electrics. What is with this car? Is it because the... Right, that shouldn't still be doing that anyway. Yeah, I don't know why that's still... Right, that's quite worrying. Let me maybe take off one of the, oh, okay, so yeah, it's not attached. Brilliant. They're not the most reliable of cars. They're not renowned for their reliability, especially like electrically. So we'll put this back on here so we can get a spark. There we go. The weight of the cable is counteracting the grip that it's got on. It's just not staying on there. So what I need, ideally, is to get it maybe on there. But again, I don't know if that's going to work. We'll get some juice in it, give it a couple of revs, and we'll see if we can get it started. Last time this sat, I had to literally smash the brake discs with a hammer to free the wheels, because the drive it was parked on, it was immediately up against, pretty much flat against the wall. So yeah, we couldn't tow it out or anything. It was an absolute nightmare, and yeah, we don't want that again. So we're going to put the card in this time. Not that it needs to, because it's keyless start, but for the sake of the battery's been flat for as long as it has, maybe worth putting that in. Oh, I've just realised my camera lens is smashed on my phone as well. So brilliant, I didn't even know that. So let's try and start this again now. Can we get in the car? Right, so all the dash is lit up fine, which is, we had that before to be fair, but we've got no, okay, we've got fuel. Yeah, all the range, mile per gallon, mile per hour, everything like that's reset with the battery being dead. So let's try this again. Okay, so I mean, we've got the lights come up at least anyway. We've got a battery light, we've got a service light. Why that service light is still on, I don't know, because this did actually have a service, and that would have been, when was that? So yeah, the service is due in pretty much 9,500 miles. I don't know now, to be honest, because them clocks have come on, and before the relays had just ticked, there wasn't enough juice, so chances are there's not quite enough in there. So we'll give the rover another few revs and get a bit more juice in there. So I left that connected up a little bit longer than originally planned. That was just to get the best chance of starting it up this time round. So foot on the brake, start button. Very nearly had it then, so I'm gonna climb over. It's not the most ideal situation, because the well, we've basically got a huge ass bush tree thing next to us, so to get out the car, yeah, not happening that way. Right, let's turn the heated seat off, because that probably isn't helping battery. Oh, I actually forgot how stiff this clutch is. And there we go, she's alive, right, for lights on the dashboard, we've got the cruise control, we can turn it off with that there. The seat belt, again, that shouldn't be on surely, because the car hasn't moved, so I don't know. Anyway, that's all good. And then the handbrake, amazingly the handbrake was on, so I'm really surprised that hasn't seized. But yeah, we've got bit there. That clock is looking a little bit condensated inside. I do want to replace these clocks at some point anyway. I want them either more modern or possibly a digital conversion, just to bring it up to 2023 a little bit more. Let's get the bonnet closed, jump cables off, and let's take this for a little blast. So the Megane's finally up and running, started, and it's just cut out. Right, we were running, so I don't know why that's come off, because nothing at all is working there, and the key is in my pocket, so that's worrying. I've got the immobiliser cut light come on, so there is power to the car. Yeah, there's definitely power going to the car because the immobiliser light's on, but there's no dash, nothing, no electrics coming up, so that is a worry. This could have turned into quite the video. Yeah, all I can do is try and disconnect the battery terminal, put it back on, and hopefully that sorts it. But the fact that I have got that immobiliser light on is a little bit worrying, and it's permanently on. And I think the last time it happened, that was an electric issue. So I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not. Let's do it again. Right, so the culprit, I think, is this bolt here. Now, that is a little bit round. It's a little bit of pain to tighten up. But when I do apply pressure to this, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the video, but you can hear the fuses, the relays, ticket or something. I believe it is this way to tighten the battery up. Now, I've always had a problem with this clip holding this positive battery terminal on. I don't know what the reason is, but every time I put pressure to tighten it, it creates a circuit, and you can hear just a very, very slight high-pitched tune or something to do, which I'm assuming is a relay clicking on, or maybe to do the fuel pump. I'm not 100%, but something's definitely happening. Now, this is an absolute nightmare, pain in the arse bolt to tighten up. The position of it isn't great, and if I show you again, as you can see, you can't really get anything on there. It's, yeah, absolute pain in the arse. So we've got to hope now that when we come to starting this, it will start first time. I still don't understand why the... Okay, so already we've got good news, because that immobiliser light has gone from a solid light to a frequent one, flashing one, we're going to call it. So clutch in, start, please start. Yeah, the battery's completely fried again, which, this is what I mean, I've just charged it up. It's a battery, it's probably 4 months old, it's done a couple of 100 miles. We're gonna have to jump it again, I think. Get the rover, get it there, get it jumped, and yeah, probably a quick blast around the block and then back onto the drive, because until I can spend a bit of time on this and sort it properly, you know, when the weather gets a bit better, I don't know what to do with this car at the minute, guys. It is a bit of a money pit. I've already put way too much money into it with clutches and flywheels and maintenance work and everything else. So I don't know on this one, but we're gonna have to get the rover back into position. It's a bit of an awkward one because where I've parked, yeah, I'm hoping I can just park the rover, shut up against it, jump it and do it that way. But yeah, that's quite annoying that we've just started it. It was running and then it's just died on its own. Whether it's an alternator problem, I don't know, because it was starting and now it's not. So I'll try it once more. Yeah, we've absolutely not got any power there. Let's go again. Right, buzzing. So we've got a running, working car. However, it's not all good news. I think the seals in the roof have failed. So all the inside of the Megane, yeah, absolutely pissing it down. And if I try and take a corner, you're going to see now, yeah, it's like a virtual rainforest in here. So yeah, the roof is absolutely pissing down everywhere. It's completely soaked. Whether it's down to failed seals on the roofs, I know a few people said that before. The car does need a bit of maintenance work, doesn't it? It needs a couple of bits, a couple of bobs. So much has already been done, but it's just one of them cars that it just seems to always need something. So yeah, we will spend a lot more time on this car in this year. Hopefully get it ready for show season. I want to be going to Ultimate Street Car this year and taking the Megane, but I'm hoping at that point she'll be wrapped, springs, alloys, that sort of stuff. Better exhaust system. It does currently have a custom stainless steel straight through system, but you wouldn't think it listening to it. And for a 2-litre petrol turbo, it's really quite quiet. So yeah, we'll get a couple of things addressed, but one of the main things is got to be the seals on all the roofs and that, because the inside of the car is just absolutely soaking wet. It's constantly damp. So I know this hasn't been the most exciting video on YouTube. It probably hasn't flowed the best again, but you know, it was just a quick video jump starting the car. We ended up coming into a few more problems than we first anticipated, so I thought it might just be good viewing content for you guys. we definitely need to sort this out, because this is just absolutely no good. It doesn't even, it's not even enjoyable to, yeah, it's not even enjoyable driving the car at the minute. It just feels like it's riddled with problems, and I don't know, yeah, it needs sorting, but it will get sorted. One of the things I want to do to the car, it's quite an extreme idea, it's quite out of the box, but it will rectify this problem that we're having with all the condensation and how much water we're getting in the car at the minute. So I'm gonna head back now, get back on the drive, disconnect the battery again, just because I think it's good practice to not have a battery completely draining out on the drive. And then, yeah, I'm hoping to do a few more videos on this car relatively soon. Unfortunately, I do have an ongoing, quite serious back issue at the minute, which at the minute it's not the best, which is, I'm not in a position where I can record a video at the moment. I do want to do a full detailing video on the Megane, but that's just not an option at the minute. The only reason that I've come over to jumpstart the car is my physio appointment was really close to where I keep the car. So yeah, that's the only reason we're here today, jumping it. And again, that's why I wasn't originally going to record it. So I didn't plan to do a video, hence why the overall video probably isn't really that great. But again, it's something, it's recording and it's getting out there. So we'll go back now, drop the car off. And like life couldn't kick me in the dick anymore, it's just died. It's completely, go to start it, absolutely nothing. Battery's definitely connected, so it's nothing to do with the battery not being connected. I genuinely don't know what is wrong with this car at the minute. So yeah, I need to try and get it out of the middle of a street route. And again, we're up, we're running. But what I have noticed, I think it's got to be either battery or power steering pump related, because when I turn the wheel quickly, yeah, it just completely shuts everything off. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the power steering's taking too much power from the battery and that's causing it to I don't know. But it's been ran, it's been moved, the brakes aren't seized for now anyway. We're gonna get out now, we're gonna disconnect the battery just so that the relays aren't absolutely flicking the tits off. And yeah, we need to start doing some serious videos on this car and get this sorted out properly, because at the minute it's not really showing you the car in the full glory, which it's a bit of a shame, because I do like this car. Actually, I love this car. It's a really great car. But you know, it's 2005 plate. It doesn't really get driven. It sits, it's parked up and sat more than it's used. So yeah, with that being said, you know, take it with a pinch of salt and bear that in mind. Faith in humanity restored. The guy there offered to give me a push, but I said, that car isn't the problem, mate. It's that one. So guys, there you have it. The Megane's back on the drive safely. I'm not really sure what's going on with it at the minute, whether it's something related to the alternator or the power steering draining too much power from the battery. I don't really know. My main concern today was just getting it running, getting it moving, making sure the brakes weren't seized or anything like that. And then, yeah, worrying about it when I come to it next time. So as I come to edit the video, ready to upload it, I realised that I hadn't hit record on the outro. So you joined me in my bedroom. I did try and record it in the car on the way home from work. It wasn't the best lighting though. Also the lounge was a little bit too echoey, so hopefully it's not too bad in here with the lighting and the sound. Just wanted to say, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't the most exciting or probably the best flowing video. As I probably mentioned once or twice in the video, it wasn't really something I ever intended on filming or making a video out of. However, I thought while I'm there, I'll record, and if I end up making a video out of it, I end up making a video. The next couple of ideas that I've got for the channel should be a lot more interesting content for you to watch. I'm quite excited about them. It's going to be based on my car. I do want to get that onto the channel and just sort of get, you know, you guys familiar with the car and the story on it, what's happened to it, what I want to do with it, what I've done to it since I've had it, and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, that'll be for another video. But lesson learned, I guess. Make sure the cameras are always recording for the outro. Really do hope you liked it. So the one that I'm uploading tonight and the truck washing one, that was mainly just to get a feel for being on camera, recording, and also editing, splitting video clips, merging them, transitions, music, all the same sort of stuff that I said in the previous video. So naturally, with each video I upload, the quality should get better and better, and hopefully, you know, the interest regarding the content will get more interesting as well. So for those of you that have already, you know, liked, and for those of you that have subscribed already, genuinely, like, thank you. It does mean, you know, a lot, and it's going to be motivation and, you know, morale to just keep going with it. And yeah, I'm just glad that those of you that are already here get to come with me on the journey from the very, very start, and who knows where we'll end. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which is definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Really excited about it.